Many words have been spoken by Plato, Zeno, Chrysippus, Panicius, and by whole host of equally excellent Stoics. I'll tell you how many people can prove their words to their own by putting into practice what they've been preaching. One of the criticisms of Stoicism by modern translators and teachers is the amount of repetition. Marcus Aurelius, for example, has been dismissed by academics as not being original because his writing resembles that of other earlier Stoics. This criticism misses the point. Even before Marcus's time, Seneca was well aware that there was a lot of borrowing and overlap among philosophers. That's because real philosophers weren't concerned with authorship, only what worked. More important, they believed that what was said mattered less than was done. And this is true now, as was then. You're welcome to take all the words of the great philosophers and use them to your own liking. They're dead. They don't mind. Feel free to tweak and edit and improve as you like. Adapt them into real conditions of the real world. The way to prove that you truly understand what you speak and write, that you truly are original, is to put them into practice. Speak them with your actions more than anything else. I like that one. Because I also notice that whenever I preach philosophy to people, I often use my own words, but copy, a certain foundation of other person's philosophy. Plato, I think it was Socrates or Plato said, the only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing. But I put this into work by the first step to knowing something is to know nothing at all. I don't know if somebody else has said that, but I made that quote up myself. I believe, unless somebody else has said it. I think there's other quotes that are correlated to that or tournament to it. I think it's a really good quote that I tell people at work. The first step to knowing something is to know nothing at all. Because people are they get all egotistical. They're like, I know this, I know it. Yeah. Get along with it. Even if you know it, don't say anything, because that gets in the way of learning. Cool, you know it, but I'm still trying to teach you the other steps. Okay. This is a good one. Do now what nature demands of you. Get right to it. If it's in your power, don't look around to see if people will know about it. Don't await the perfection of Plato's Republic, but be satisfied even in the smallest step forward in regard to the outcome as a small thing. I read the Plato's Republic, which is funny. Marcus Aurelius Meditations 9:29. Have you ever heard the expression, don't let perfect be the enemy of good enough? The idea is not to settle or compromise your standards, but rather to be trapped by idealism. The community organizer Sal Ansuli opens his book Rules for Radicals with a pragmatic but inspiring articulation of that idea. As an organizer, I start where the world is, not as it is, not as I would like it to be. That we accept the world as it is does not in any sense weaken our desire to change it into what we believe it should be. It is necessary to believe where the world is if we are going to change it to what we think it should be. There is plenty that you could do right now, today, that would make the world a better place. There are plenty of small steps that were you to take them would help move things forward. Do not excuse yourself from doing them because the conditions weren't right or because a better opportunity might come along soon. Do what you can now, and when you've done it, keep in perspective. Don't overblow the results. Shun both ego and excuse before and after. I think that is a really good one. I love that one. As I do like read a lot of philosophers, like discourses, their teachings. A lot of them are similar, especially with Stoic philosophers. A lot of their philosophies are exactly the same because they are Stoic philosophers. So, of course, some of them are going to have the exact same opinion. I like this one. Silence is strength. Silence is a lesson learned from many sufferings of life. Seneca, Theistus. Recall the last time you said a really boneheaded thing, something that came back to bite you. Why did you say it? Chances are you didn't need to, but you thought doing so was going to make you look smart or be cool or a part of the group. The more you say, Robert Greene has written. Robert Greene. Interesting author, to say the least. The more likely you are to say something foolish, to that we add, the more you say, the more likely you are to blow past opportunities, ignore feedback, and cause yourself suffering. The inexperienced and fearful talk to reassure themselves, the ability to listen, to deliberately keep out of the conversation and subsist without its I don't know how to say that. What the fuck? Validity is rare. Silence is a way to build strength and self-sufficiency. I know it means valid, like validation. I'm going to say it's validation is rare, or else I'm getting that definition really wrong. Yeah, this is something I've never taken into thought before. A lot of things I've said at work instead of actually listening has caused me some suffering. Now, that's something to reflect on. Like, for example, at work, not everybody thinks I have the most terrible time management. I don't think I have the most terrible time management, but people say it could be better. They want me to be better, you know? Sometimes I fire back by saying, bro, just do your job, bro. Don't give me that feedback because you don't even know what it's like to even be a manager. Instead of saying that, I should have just said nothing and listened, Even if it is wrong, Silence is strength, Yeah. Yeah. About a workout. I honestly, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for that workout. I'm going to be really honest. Things I need to improve on. I need to improve on my routine. I need to. improving my routine, and getting lazy all of a sudden. I don't know why, but I need to stop. It's not like I'm burnt out or anything. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm making good progress. I don't want to slow down. I have to improve on my progress. It's already almost 3 o'clock, and I woke up at 1, which I usually wake up around 11 to 12. Uh, People are like, oh, why do you wake up so late? Because of how I work. If anything, that's really early for me compared to back then, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or around the times I used to wake up. Yeah. So I need to track my calories a lot better. It's just sometimes like my house is so fucking cold. It's so fucking cold. Like there's no heating and I don't have really much of warm clothes to wear. So it is hard. It's hard getting through that cold. Yeah, and I don't want to make an excuse either, but it's definitely been like in the way. I think it's just more of an obstacle to overcome. Not exhausted from work, which is good. Yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a really good day. What else? What else? Yeah, it's almost the end of the month. I need to start, studying for permit test, and I will be recording those because I just need to. I need to because I need that permit test done. So yeah. I don't know. That's it. I'll give a workout log video. I have to go to Walmart today. Don't really feel like doing that, but I have to. For more grocery shopping this time. I am going to be getting more food this time. I need to start doubling down on that because I can't be driving 2 hours. I can't be driving 2 hours a day. That's just fucking crazy. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to do that every day. I'm like, oh, I'm out of this food, I'm out of that, I'm out of this. It's just, something I have to improve on. But yeah, that's it.